I remember the day so vividly. It was the kind of moment that sears itself into your soul like a scar you carry forever. I just finished presenting my findings at a conference, revealing the environmental truths hidden beneath the ocean's surface, truths that threatened to upend powerful interests. But as I stepped down from the stage, I saw my family waiting in the back, faces twisted with suspicion, disdain, and a kind of cruel amusement. My father, the proudest of skeptics, shook his head as if I'd just told him I believed in fairy tales. My brother scoffed. All that underwater treasure hunting, that's just dust and old rocks, man. You're wasting your life chasing ghosts. My mother's eyes, usually warm and forgiving, were cold and dismissive. They had told me I was wasting my time, that I was an embarrassment, that I'd never amount to anything, and I believed them, at least for a while. See, I'd always been different. While they wanted me to follow a safe, predictable path, law, medicine, something respectable, I was drawn to the depths of the ocean, to the secrets buried beneath the waves. I became an underwater archaeologist, pouring my heart into uncovering relics that told stories of our planet's history, and more importantly, its environmental past. I believed that these stories held the power to change the future, to reveal truths that could save our world from destruction. But after years of relentless pursuit, I was dismissed from a prestigious environmental agency. Whistleblowing on a cover-up that corporate greed and political corruption were destroying ecosystems cost me everything. My reputation was shattered, my career reduced to dust. My family's words haunted me. Ridiculous, futile, embarrassment. They told me I was chasing illusions, that I'd never make a difference. For a long time, I believed them. I sank into despair, questioning whether I'd wasted my life on a fool's errand. But deep inside, I knew I couldn't give up. Not when I'd seen what was beneath the surface. Not when I'd uncovered the truth that could restore our planet. So I poured what little energy I had left into my passion, underwater archaeology that revealed environmental truth. I traveled the world, diving into sunken cities, exploring drowned forests, uncovering relics that proved how human activity had shaped the earth long before modern industry. Each discovery was a blow to the forces that wanted to silence me, a quiet rebellion against the cynicism that had tried to drown my spirit. It wasn't easy. Every dive was a battle against the elements, against doubt, against the weight of those years of rejection. I faced storms, equipment failures, moments of overwhelming loneliness. But with each challenge, I grew stronger. I learned patience, resilience, and the unshakable belief that truth has its own tide, one that eventually rises. And then came the breakthrough. My team discovered a sunken reef teeming with life, a vibrant ecosystem that defied the destruction we'd all assumed was inevitable. But the real revelation was beneath, the ancient sediment layers showing the clear impact of climate change, pollution, and overfishing. Our findings challenged the corporate narratives, exposed the lies, and reignited the fight for environmental justice. The success was monumental. Media picked up the story. Governments took notice. I was invited to speak at international forums, my voice finally heard. We turned the barren, polluted lands into thriving ecosystems, restorations rooted in the truths I had uncovered beneath the waves. My work had become a beacon, a symbol of what's possible when you refuse to be silenced. And now I was back home, my hometown, where my family's doubts had once made me feel small, insignificant. I'd achieved more than I ever dreamed. I'd proved that perseverance, passion, and unwavering conviction could turn the tide. The day I returned, I decided to do something bold. I wanted my family to see what I'd become, what I'd fought for. I organized a gathering at the local park, a small ceremony to showcase my latest project. A documentary screening about the ecosystems I'd helped restore, the truths I'd uncovered, and the future we could build. As they arrived, I saw the familiar looks of skepticism, eye rolls, smirks, whispers. They hadn't changed much, but I was ready. The documentary played. Images of sunken reefs bursting with life, sediment layers revealing climate history, thriving green landscapes replacing deserts, each frame a testament to resilience and truth. My voice narrated the stories, my passion pouring through every word. When the credits rolled, I stepped forward. "This is what I've dedicated my life to," I said, voice steady but filled with emotion. I was told I was wasting my time, that I'd fail, that I was an embarrassment. But I never gave up. I believed in the truth, in the power of what lies beneath the surface. And now, I stand here, proof that persistence pays off. Silence fell. My father looked away, uncomfortable. My brother's jaw tightened, but I saw something flicker. Maybe acknowledgement, maybe respect. My mother's eyes welled with tears, and for a moment I thought she'd say something that would finally bridge the gap. But she didn't need to. I had already shown them. Because here's the truth I've learned. The greatest victories aren't just about success. They're about conviction, about holding on to what's real, even when everyone else dismisses you, about turning your ridiculous dreams into undeniable realities, and about understanding that sometimes the greatest power lies in the truths we uncover, truths that can change the world. As I walked away that day, I felt lighter than I had in years. I realized that the past's accusations no longer haunted me. They were just echoes of a time when I doubted myself. Now, I knew better. I knew that no matter how fierce the mockery, how crushing the rejection, if you stay true to your purpose, you can turn the tide. You can become your own hero. And I hope my story reminds everyone listening, never let anyone tell you your dreams are too big, too strange, or too futile. Because sometimes the deepest depths hide the greatest treasures, truths that can restore not just ecosystems, but faith in ourselves. And that, my friends, is the real victory.